What is up, traders? What's going on? This your boy Vlad. It's been a minute, so I decided to make a video today. Let me just make sure I am on and we can get this thing popping. I am on. Alright, so it looks like I am live. So this video actually just gonna be me building watch lists. A couple of stocks that I do have on the watch list that I'm adding on. For the people who know me, I typically like buying, stocks that done a reverse split. Typically, right out the gate, as soon as they have some type of positive news. This month alone, I've been trying out new strategies, and it has not been working for me. So I think I'm gonna go back to what got me this far and eliminate the other stuff that have not. So currently, right now, I'm actually in a trade for TNXP. I'm up a little bit. Bought it after hour because news came out. Bought it at $1.13, 1,300 shares. So I don't know what it's gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna be very, very cautious. Get in, get out, as this thing does have warrants and stuff like that. But kind of curious to see what it would do tomorrow. Yeah, but I been had this on the watch list. I already did the research on it. So now I'm gonna show you research on how I'm gonna do on NURO. So the website that I'm using here is called BAMSEC, BAMSEC.com. And pretty much, well, to go back, I use Fidelity's reverse split list, and I just find the one that's for NASDAQ. Once I do, just put it on my watch list. There it goes, NURO. It did a 1 for 10, but I always want to verify it on here. So when I got onto this site, I just typed in NURO. Once I do that, on the right hand side, announce 1 for 10 reverse split. So simple as that. Okay, so I put the ticker, put the date that it does the split, 1 for 10. Okay, why is it doing the split? Due to compliance. So there's NASDAQ have this listing center. It's called listingcenter.nasdaq.com, and it show you like why all the tickers on NASDAQ are not compliant. So NURO bid price. So it's that simple, when it comes to just doing the research. So right here, let's see if it let me highlight it. I gotta get the paid version. Nope, gotta get the paid version. Okay. So right here, the reverse split is intended to increase the per share trading price of the company's common stock to satisfy the $1 minimum bid price requirement for continual listing on NASDAQ Capital Market. So boom, it just confirmed, why it's on there. and all I do just put minimum bid. The next part of the research that I do, I go to the latest 10Q. Go to the latest 10Q, see how many shares that they have. And typically it is right on the front page, the very first page, to tell you how many shares it have. So just search. If I don't see it here, then normally I try to look at it over here. Go back just to make sure. Normally it should be right around here. And again, the number of shares outstanding of each insured class and common stock. Okay, there it goes right here. So is this? And so in addition, there are. Well, let me just do the quick math. Plus 416,275. So about 10 million shares. Let's just make sure. Then all I do just go through, look for stockholders' equity. Right here, it tells me about it. The common stock. They have authorized. So this is how much that they could authorize. And right here, this is the amount. December 1,000. This should stand. Alright, so actually this might be the number here. Alright. Another good tool that I like to see here underneath the Thinkorswim platform, it actually lets you know how many shares they have. Now this is after the split. So yeah, so it did a 1 for 10, so that would be roughly the number. So I would just put here 9.7. Make sure I got it. 9.78 million. So that's before the split. So after the split would be, you just divide it by 10, and there it is right here. 9.78 thousand. All right. So another thing too that I do before the split, the day before the split, what was the trading price? And the way to know that is look at the closing price, which C represent close. For that one, it was $2.69. So roughly, divide that by 10. So it's like 26 cents. 26 cents. All right. 9. All right. Then I use this day's closing day. $2.99. $2.99. All right. Another thing that I like to do now is to know where at on the NASDAQ are they trading on. There's two different types: NASDAQ Global and NASDAQ Capital. I tend to see now with NASDAQ Global stocks, even though they're trying to do everything to stay fighting to be listed on NASDAQ, the NASDAQ Global, they have more opportunities than NASDAQ Capital. So sometimes these companies are not as desperate to try to stay listed versus the one that's NASDAQ Capital. So with this one, I know it's NASDAQ Capital, but a way to find out whether or not if it is or not. You just go to the 10Q, latest 10Q, and it tells you the NASDAQ Stock Market Exchange. Or if you don't find it there, you could always look at where it announced the split at. There it is, NASDAQ Capital Market. Trading on, there it is. So this stock is, I want to try to see if this stock is in survivor mode. So far, you know, it's a play that I would be definitely considering, especially with the low volume. You know, any news could really propel this stock. Another thing that I do look for to see whether or not if they're gonna dilute. So one way you could check and see if they are deficient. They are not deficient. And the way that you could find out if they are or not, there is a rule. And let me just pull it up. NASDAQ, see continued listing guide. You can find it directly on their website. So this is NASDAQ Global Market, how to stay listed on that. But this one is on NASDAQ Capital Market. So here's the rule. So for equity, got to be 2.5 million. All right, let's have more than 2.5 million, so it's good there. Other thing that I like to do when I'm in the 10Q is Control F. Look for warrants. Warrants. You'll find that, and you look for at market. Nothing there. No ATMs. Series. All right. So with all of these series B through F, for the number of shares, you gotta divide it by 10 because all of them are adjusted. And one thing I forgot to mention too, like whenever you're reading this, you want to look to see what are the shares that are being affected by it, because sometimes when they do a reverse split, not the warrants are not affected, so you could see immediate dilution. But with this, it outlined it here. Let me see where I found it at before. Alright, right here. Early on this paragraph. Trading of the company's listing warrants to purchase common stock will also continue on a split adjusted base. So everything's going to be on the split adjusted base. So any numbers that you see here for the warrants, just divide it by 10. And if you're looking for exercise prices, like where can their exercises at, you're just going to multiply it by 10. Another thing that I like to do too is look at what is in effect. Alright. 3, 8, 19. So more likely this is the one that's in effect. This S3. So it would make sense. Alright, I don't think they have this filled in yet. Price. That's what's currently outstanding. Placement. Alright, let's see who they used before. Okay, so this is in effect, but they don't have anything filled out. So right now, just gonna have to wait till you see a amendment come out on it. And once you do see the amendment, it'll pretty much let you know who's the placement agent, and so on and so on. But in the meantime, you can look at these other 424Bs. They're doing a private placement. Okay. HC. In connection with the initial closing, we are issuing warrant. Wait, right. And they're very popular. So this would be more like $26 for the execution of that. So nothing in the immediate future as far as a run up for NURO. You'll need to get like really up there just to be able to get there. Warrants exercise. So far it's a play. Definitely a play. Just curious to see like when are they gonna do like an amendment for the S3. Once they do that, then you probably get a better feel of when to enter, when to exit, where's potential danger at. So yeah. So the next one is AKER. AKER. Oh, let me go back. I'm sorry, I forgot. Also, I forgot to look up how long do they have to be able to get back in compliance. Alright. On June 3rd, 2019, receive a notice, blah, blah, blah. Company will be afforded 180 days or until December 2nd to regain compliance. Okay. So on here, I'll put red, December 2nd. So they'll at least have to be, they're going to do it. I mean, above $1 for 10 consecutive days. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. More likely this is going to be 8. I'm not sure if the market is open Friday 9. I think Monday would be the 10th day. More likely they'll do it. But still looking for some type of news from them. See if they could shoot their shares up even higher. Alright. Now on to AKER. So this one I'm just going to move a little bit faster. JER. Notice it listed. Now this one I believe have all types of stuff going on with it. And I'm thinking about ALIM. But yeah. Bid price. Alright, AKER. 5/10/2019. Because they said 180 days from 5/10, which would have been November 10th. The split happened. Okay, they did a 1 for 24. The way I was able to find it was right here. And the reason is for minimum bid. And there go their shares. Oops. 12.5 million. Divide that by 24. Okay, let's just see if that matches up. Yep, it does. That's 1.21. Awesome. Closing price. It was $7.11 divided by 24. It's actually 29 cents. Oops, 29 cents. Alright. Closing price. Oh, I did it wrong, sorry. This was actually the split day. So closing price was $6.98. 6.98, 24. That's still about 29.1. 29.1. Alright. Closing price. $5. This is on NC. NASDAQ Global. NASDAQ Capital, I should say. Go back to the 10Q. Look at their shareholders. They're not deficient in that. I think I need cash. Burn. Okay, so it looks like they're telling them, they're giving them, this is crazy. They're giving them both requirements, which doesn't make sense. It says below requirement of 5 million and company stockholders equity. But the only requirement here is 2.5. And even with this, with the global, is 10 million. So curious to see where are they getting the 5 million from. Because with the rule, alright, let me see. B1. Maybe they put too much zeros. That's what I'm assuming. No, it says stockholders equity. Equity 2.5. I don't know why they want them to have double the amount. But yeah, with this, it's still a little hazy, but yeah, so far that's really the plan. I mean, the last thing, and they just announced this, the shelf registration. This is the prospectus. Haven't been filled out, but it seems like my eyes is like I could find H.C. Wainwright pretty fast. Thought I just saw them. Oh, this one I just saw them. Okay, I guess not. Yeah, all it is just the prospectus. None of the information hasn't really been filled out. Well, I'll take that back. There it is. 49. Alright, so that's about $11. I'm not saying that's the target price, but I'll just put about 11.97 for warrant. But yeah, really, guys, that's all there is to it. Sorry this video wasn't lively, because I'm literally just laying down, just putting together these tickers on my watch list, so that way I could have them ready whenever the market, hit, whenever any news pops, and then ready to pull the trigger. Most disappointing one was CEI. I really thought for sure they were going to try to hold this above $1. Right now it's below, but who knows, they may still revive it. I'm still currently long CEI. With the new strategy that I try to implement, I'm actually long OCGN. And AEMD, I'm still long on this right now. I'm getting, it's like a bloodbath on AEMD. After this, after I exit my position on those tickers, I think I'm gonna avoid buying them before the news, because the type of bloodbath that I'm getting on these tickers right now, it's not worth the risk. The good thing about it with AEMD, is still haven't announced any type of news yet. So hopefully they still keep the float as low as it is right now with 1 million. So I would at least be able to break even if indeed some news come out. And for OCGN, that was a small position, so I'm not too concerned about it. Hopefully it do get back to the ones and dollar mark. If not, then that just a trying, a method that I was trying just to see. And for CEI, I think they are gonna try to do something to repump this. So I'm still holding long on this. But this is Vlad signing off. Hope you guys enjoy your upcoming Thanksgiving. Truly, I'm blessed, so hope you guys are blessed. So this is Vlad signing off. See you guys tomorrow in the markets. Peace.